Welcome back, folks, to part 8 of the Resident Evil Remake Let's Play with me, Phil Terrell. So now we have used the last of the helmet key, and we're going to be here, and we're going to get our rematch with the Yawn. I went ahead and just ignored those green herbs because, didn't need them. Fun fact about me, very first time I played this game, and again, I played this game the first few times without a guide when I first played this game. The Yawn breaking in here actually scared the hell out of me. And I remember thinking, what the hell is that? And I remember seeing that snake. I'm like, oh, Jesus, it's a freaking snake. It's that snake that ate Richard. Of course, I was playing as Jill back in the day. Not Chris. Fun fact, Richard does get eaten by the Yawn instead of Neptune in Jill's playthrough. But anyways, let's focus on the task at hand, shall we? So really, all you're playing is Ring Around the Rosie with the Yawn, and you're just going to take pot shots at it with your shotgun. It's very easy to beat the Yawn in here, and I do not think the Yawn can poison you in this fight. It will probably hurt if they get hit by it, but I think I get hit by the Yawn once, and I'm being super slow and conservative with my gunshots here. But the Yawn is, oh Jesus, is not a very difficult boss fight. Matter of fact, it's a pretty easy boss fight. Basically, just keep shooting. I don't know what the... Oh, I'm reloading. That's what it is. Just keep shooting the Yawn. And I think right here is where I kill it. I think I kill it right here. You can shoot it in the tail. You can shoot it in the front. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go and shoot right here. I think this is the last shot. Yep. And then the Yawn will, by the power of the plot gods, hit the bookshelf that will knock all the books out. And the one book that we are going to need to unlock the final area of the game. So let's go ahead and get that book, and then we're going to continue on. And then we are going to have to take the same way back out that we came in because that door is broken. So we will take Eagle South Wolf of North. We will examine it, and we will get the wolf emblem. And then this will be the second of the two emblems that we will need in order to, or I guess medal, not emblem, in order to, wouldn't it be funny if it was the fire emblem? Yeah. Anyways, I mean, it was on a Nintendo console when it first released. But anyways, we got the two medals, so now we have the battery, and then I believe now we can go ahead and exit the mansion. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because we already used all the helmet key uses. We've gotten all the doors. So yes, we're gonna go and get out of this mansion, and we're gonna hightail it into the caverns. So all we gotta do now is just go all the way back to where the reservoir is, if memory serves. So we're already done here. So we'll never, ever, ever have to come back to this mansion. We're done with the mansion. Um, and this will be, well, it won't be the final opportunity, but if you need to get the Mo disc, if you want to get the good ending, make sure you have used the yellow gem on the tiger um, statue. That way you can get the Mo disc. Otherwise, if you do not have the two Mo discs, I think this is where the Crimson Head's going to mess the heck out of the zombie up. I think, maybe. Yep. So attack that zombie. And probably killed it as I stabbed it in the head. But we won't have to worry about that problem. So just remember, again, if you need the Mo disc, just go ahead and get it while you're here. Otherwise, you won't. Well, no, you'll come back to the mansion one more time. I take that back. You'll have one more opportunity after this to get the Mo disc. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the shortcut through the cemetery to go and get to that reservoir. I'm trying to think to myself. It would be something neat, not neat, but it would be some crap if they put hunters in the cemetery. Why I'm pausing? Well, you pausing, Phil? That's a pretty long pause. Maybe I should edit that out right about now. So sorry about that, folks. A little bit of an error there. Forgot to edit that out. But we'll go ahead and go back in here. We're going to go to where that first save room is, and we're going to make our way to the cavern system. Now, you want to make sure you take the crank. Otherwise, you got to go either to the residence or you got to hightail it back to here. So we're going to stop by that save room. We're going to go ahead and remanage our inventory. Anyways, we got quite a lot of stuff. I'm going to actually remember really quickly. I'm going to need the crank, hopefully. At least I hope so. Because we need to be able to shut the waterfall, and so that we can go in. Because Chris, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to get wet. So maybe Chris is allergic to water. Because I guess that would suck. Most of a human body is mostly water. Anyways, um, Chris just doesn't want to catch a cold. Let's just say that. So let's go ahead and go in this door here, and we're gonna rearrange our inventory. Get the crank. We need the battery, so keep the battery in your inventory. If you want to take a healing item, you can take a healing item. You can go ahead and put away the wolf metal. I like to try to put it, well, I didn't do it this time, but I like to try to keep my wolf emblem really close to where um, my eagle metal is, but I think we're pretty set, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take our shotgun shells, battery, crank, and a healing item. So let's go ahead and redo this. Let's move like we have a purpose, so let's go ahead and go. Hup 2, hup 2, hup 2. And I think the only thing that we're gonna have to worry about are just Cerebuses, aka the Rottweiler dogs, but they shouldn't really give us a problem. I think one of them maybe might bite me just once, so that's about it. But you gotta wonder like how much of a pain this is just to go in these caverns. You need the crank, you need the battery, and all that. And like, I mean, all this could just have been avoided. A significant portion of the game could have been avoided. Just nah, because you need the two. I guess you need the two emblems to get into the laboratory. So I guess nah, significant portion wouldn't have been skipped. But anyways, it's a little bit inconvenient that Chris just doesn't want to get wet, is what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead and go this way, and we're going to run through this like normal. So hurry, hurry, hurry! Oh god. Okay. So the Doberman doesn't get to take a bite out of crime. I guess. Yeah, crime. Nah, Chris doesn't. The worst thing Chris has done is committed. I can't think of when we push the statue off the ledge, you get the blue gemstone. Um, Criminal mischief, I guess. Mischief? I don't know. Oh, geez, that snake almost bit me again. So we're going to hightail out of here. And the interesting thing is, no, we'll never go back that way ever again. Yeah, no, we will. We will go back. I take that back. No, because we're going to set the battery. We'll never have to go that way. So go ahead and get out of here before the dogs will bite us. So go this way. Go to here, and we're going to set the battery. And this will restart the lift. And then we can take this lift back up. And then we can go ahead and turn the crank. And the crank will shut that waterfall off. And we can go inside the cavern system. A lot of effort just to not get wet once again. I don't know. That part, this is one of the more stupid parts in my opinion. But that's just me. I'm just stalling. So, open the door here. Make sure you got your crank. Otherwise, you're going to feel a bit silly. And you have to backtrack quite a bit. So use the crank. We're going to re-close this reservoir. Keep the water stored in here. And that will fix our problem. Now we can go into the next new part of the game, cavern system. And we're going to meet a couple old friends here. One not so, I guess they're both not so good because one of them does point a gun at Chris. So go in here and hightail it right back and then just avoid the dogs. Or, you know, you can have fun blasting the dogs you want, but I don't like to waste bullets like Solid Snake. I don't like to waste bullets. So that was a horrible Solid Snake impression, I imagine. I don't know, maybe I should Let's Play Metal Gear Solid. Nah, I don't know. It'd be like just watching a movie. It's 90% codec conversations. Interesting thought, maybe. Who knows? So, go here. Waterfall's done. Go here. Run, Chris, run! Run, Chris, run! Run, run, run! Okay, now we made it down here, so we don't have to worry about dogs. We will have to encounter some hunters down here and some spiders, but we don't have to worry about them just yet. So I'm going to go and save my game because this is where I actually stopped my playthrough, but I want to continue on just a little bit just for y'all. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to save my game. I'm going to just jump cut right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put all that stuff back. Put the my ink ribbon right there because, you know, I just don't want to stack all my ink ribbons. We're done with that crank. We don't need it. We're going to get a different crank. I think that was a square crank. We need a hexagonal crank, I believe. So we're going to go this way. And then we're going to follow this cavern around. You can go this way and you'll find some shotgun shells and a large boulder that blocks the way. with bloodstains underneath. That is pretty foreshadowing, if I ever seen foreshadowing. Okay, so go through this door, and we're gonna meet up with an old. No, not yet. You can get that herb you want. I'm not gonna get it. There's a little thing right here that you can go and you can get. I'm gonna leave it in there because there's no need to take it. It can stay there because once we get the other part, we're gonna reunite it with this lost part. So I don't want to use an inventory slot, so it can just stay there. So enter this door, and then this is where we will meet an old friend. So just continuing down the corner, and we're gonna get a cutscene with Enrico.
Enrico, don't come any closer.
I don't want to get
Chris.
infected, Chris.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? I didn't get to play all of Resident Evil Zero.
Crosser.
You double crosser.
Enrico, wait.
No, I don't want to play Resident Evil Zero. Oh God, who the heck was that? I guess he liked Resident Evil Zero, or he hated Resident Evil Zero too. Umbrella.
Enrico.
Umbrella made Resident Evil Zero. That's why that game sucks.
Double crosser.
Again, if anyone likes Resident Evil Zero, kudos to you. It's just not my cup of tea. But it is an interesting story. But I just do not like the gameplay, the inventory system. So we're gonna examine Enrico. You could have went one shot. Yeah, that looks like a heart shot to me. Unless his heart's on the other side. But yeah. So we're gonna examine his body, and we're gonna get an item. Wait, he was holding some. Yeah, he was holding a gun, Chris. We're gonna take the crate, but not the drugs. I like to unequip my shotgun here, but I want to go ahead and equip it. And we're going to find out who shot Enrico. It was a hunter. Oh, God. And we're never going to deal with that hunter. He can make friends with Enrico. He can be Enrico and Hunter. So, go through here, and then you can just ignore everything in here. If you want to get the herb, you can, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I lied. I will worry about it. I will take the green herb. There is a handgun magazine here, but I'm not ever going to take on a hunter with a handgun because that's just stupid in my opinion. I'd rather just deal with them with a boomstick. But speaking of a hunter, we're going to have one right here. So shoot it, and then make sure you take it down. We will have to come back here, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that hunter. And reload, because, you know, it would suck to have reload in the middle of a fight like with that Yawn, and that was not fun. Quite embarrassing. Quite embarrassing for me. So, blue herb, I'm going to take this because there is some enemies that will poison us here. Particular another boss, but I will not deal with that boss. I'm just going to ignore it several times. Probably wondering why I said several times. Well, you'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and put my... I want to mix the red, blue, and green. Probably store away the... You're really going to store away the brown fill. Okay, we're going to store away the brown. Let's go ahead and... We're going to double stack the Magnum rounds, I imagine. There's no real reason why I should have the Magnum in my inventory right now. Yeah, and then we're good. So we're going to go and we're going to shift the walls of this place with this crate. So someone had to build this cave, or somehow through the power of Mother Nature, this cavern just had a rotating cavern system that just was so happily made with a crank. I don't know. This makes me feel stupid. So let's go ahead and ignore that before I have a small little brain fart, or a huge brain fart. That was, for me, a huge brain fart. We're going to need to take the flamethrower, and we're going to need it to open the door and to go back through that door. So examine the rock and then run towards the door. Do not stop for the rock. There are no quick time events like Resident Evil 4, so that's good. Otherwise, you will die. And dying's not fun in Resident Evil, because otherwise you'll get the black screen that says you are dead. You go this way, but I want to go the other way because I believe there's shotgun shells behind that where the boulder was. So someone literally put shotgun shells behind that boulder. Like, oh, you know, let's just put a boulder right here and line the boulder up with the doorway. That way it can break through the wall and we can go and fight a boss. Evil corporations. I don't know where they get these ideas from or why George Trevor played in the mansion this way or this place, but we're gonna get into another boss, the Black Tiger. And this Black Tiger can be a bit of pain. I'm not even going to deal with it. He's like,
fight me, Chris. You have to fight me to get through here. Hey, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? No. You can't do that. You have to fight. Screw you, I'm gonna block the door. We have to fight. See, I swatted you. You murdered me.
Okay.
What the hell? We're supposed to fight.
Anyways, we'll never, ever, ever have to fight that boss, legitimately. So there's a map there on the left, and there's several blue herbs right there if you want to get. Now, if you really want to fight that boss, you'll have to fight other spiders, I believe, that will come and assist the black tiger. So up to you if you want to fight that. I'm certainly not going to waste ammo, other than the ammo I need for a flamethrower to burn through the door. If you do not want to burn the door for whatever reason, there is a knife that you can use to cut the webs, but I find that's not worth it. We're gonna go this way. It'll be another boulder, but it's gonna be really obvious where we're gonna hide. So again, Mother Nature has made another cave system where it is connected to a crank and a gear system, and we are going to keep turning this until the boulder is going to go through, and then we're gonna have to run to get out of the way, because you know that's just how Mother Nature rolls. Oh god, I made a pun. I didn't even realize it. Pardon my pun. So the boulder goes through, and we don't have to worry about that. If you go where the boulder is, there's a healing item. I think it's a full heal, I believe, or maybe it's a double green. I think, or is it green and blue? I think it might be a double green. Examine, not combine. We can't combine anything without opening it. Okay, it's a full heal, so it is a first aid spray. And fun fact, I did look up if first aid sprays do impact the rank in Resident Evil Remake. It does not. It only affected the original one, if I read that right. So no worries. If you want to use first aid sprays, use first aid sprays to your heart's content. Now, if you can't tell, we got to push this block into that opening, and someone was very kind to put a turn-in mechanism right in the middle. I guess that's really nice. Imagine that thing weighs a ton. So we're gonna go ahead and use the crank to push that out, and then move this to push that piece back in, and then remove the statue in the middle, and this will turn the statue. Again, very convoluted, asinine design by George Trevor. So why he never questioned this, I don't know, but you know, it's part of the course for a Resident Evil game. We gotta have some silliness, and speaking of silliness, Chris decides to test it out for himself. So we're gonna push this in, we're gonna rotate this so it's all the way turned facing the same direction as the other statue, and Chris is gonna get one more turn here. Whee! That's almost as ridiculous as in Resident Evil 6, where he's playing in that playground. Yeah. I don't think we'll ever get that far in Resident Evil to get to Resident Evil 6. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be doing Let's Plays by then. Someone's probably going to reference this in the future, I imagine. You said you would do Resident Evil 6, Phil. Anyways, we still got to get through all the other good Resident Evil games before 6. Resident Evil 6 is alright. I don't really hate it as much as other people. I certainly don't like Shirley's section. I like Chris and Leon's. But anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and get back through this. So we're going to go and we're going to combine that gear with the thing I left behind in that control panel that I told you we're just going to leave there, because I don't want to take up a slot. There's no point, because we're going to take it right all the way back. So I should have taken that flamethrower, and I'm going to realize that once I get to that door and it's locked. So the Black Tiger is probably like,
Chris, I've been waiting for you. Let's fight. I missed. Crap. No, come back here.
but yeah, you need to get that flamethrower, otherwise you will be stuck in. Well, first we gotta take care of this hunter.
You ignored my friend, Black Tiger. I'm dead.
As you see there, I needed that flamethrower. If you examine the door, it will be like it is locked. So Black Tiger is going to see us at least 2 more times. I'm going to heal because I need to use that flamethrower, and without the flamethrower, we're kind of stuck like Chuck. So
Chris, we meet again, you fool. Oh crap. I'll get you on the way back out, okay?
why does that door look like it has a face? Like it looks like it has a visor. Things that you notice when you're stalling for time. Will you take the flamethrower? Of course, we need the flamethrower. I'm trying to think what that door reminds me of.
Ah, it reminds me of the Black Tiger. Chris, we will finish this. It's so annoying.
I can't think of any more lines. Anyways, that is the final time we'll deal with the Black Tiger. I promise. So, take the flamethrower, put it on the wall mount, and then we will get out of here. I feel so bad for that Black Tiger. Its only purpose was to like stall, and it didn't even do that. It just was ignored. I just noticed there was a green herb right there on the right, but I don't need it because I didn't see it. Fancy that. And I probably had a whole bunch of healing stuff. So I do have a whole bunch of healing stuff. So we'll never need the crank, so go ahead and get rid of it. And then I think we'll be okay. I think we just need one healing item, and that should be it. And then make sure you have the silver cylinder thing, and then we're almost done with this part. A little bit over 21 minutes, I think. Almost 22. It's been a while since we had almost a 21-minute part in Resident Evil, I think. So let's go ahead and reload or unload our shotgun. Unload our shotgun. Unequipped our shotgun. So open the door. We'll be in that little elevator place right before we found Enrico. When he's probably just that hunter's probably all sad that his best friend Enrico's like not there. He's there. He's just not alive. Oh, he'll be alive in a few more minutes with the T virus, I'm sure. Will you take the shaft? Yes. We're gonna combine the shaft with the ring, and then you can see here on the markings there's a 4, 2, 3, 1 Roman numerals. If you examine it, you can move the silver part to make it resemble the numbers, but I don't need to do that. I can tell from the gold what it is. So we'll go ahead and hit those buttons in that order. Power will be restored to this elevator, and we'll go down the elevator, and that will be it for this part. So we'll go down the elevator, and I'll catch you on the next part, folks. Later in. Bye.